Hi, Jen here with Blessed by Angels, and today I wanted to share with you some tips and tricks to being able to strengthen your spiritual gifts. Time and time again, I have people ask, how did you get started with channeling, connecting to loved ones, to being a spirit medium? And how did you open those gifts? How did you overcome the scariness, the worry, the anger, the anxiety, all of those things? I would say that mindfulness is probably one of the most important things when getting started. If you think about this, we have the right side of our brain and the left side of our brain. And having a great balance between the both is very important to be able to move forward and have those things. But breaking that down, the right brain is a lot more of the spiritual, the creative, the subconscious, where the left side is a lot more of the analytical, questioning, trying to get things figured out, pushing forward, moving things forward. So as you can see, we need both sides of our brain to be working to be able to function, get things done, have a successful life in that way. A lot of times we might have a spiritual experience and it's almost like right afterward, we start questioning, was that a thing? Did that really happen? Am I making it up? Did I receive that? Was that my answer for myself, like what I wanted it to be versus what it was? And I know everyone experiences that. And so as I say mindfulness is so important to be able to differentiate the two. With our left brain constantly going, constantly having questions, wondering, okay, should I do this? Should I do this? What about this? What about this? What about that? So easy to get into our head space and not make decisions or be so stuck in our decision making because we're within our head and we're not connected to our heart. Now your heart is the gateway from your spirit to your body. Literally, when your heart stops beating, the two are separated. And a lot of times when we feel anxious or nervous or depressed, or we just feel like there's something inside of us that we don't understand, most of the time it's because our spirit is trying to speak and our body is not wanting to listen. And so it's almost like we're battling with ourselves. We're battling with those things. And that's exactly how it is within your spirituality, within opening up gifts, is it can feel like, oh, this is too scary, I can't do this. The left brain is thinking, oh, this is too scary, I can't do this. While the right brain is like, yes, this is making sense, this is understanding, and then we might question it. So I have different types of mindfulness. I don't necessarily use the word meditation a lot because I feel like sometimes with people when they say meditation, it's almost like, well, I don't know how to meditate, and so they just stop. So I like to use mindfulness because it's almost like a space of like, oh, okay, I can learn how to control this, where sometimes meditation people feel like they can't grasp it or understand it. Now, within these mindfulness techniques, I've given different options. So there are some that's mostly sitting and visualizing. There's some that's feeling. There are some that's movement. Some are with music. Some are with visuals. And so it's kind of giving you the space to see what it is that works for you, because as I have said, everyone has their unique gifts. Everyone is unique. Your spiritual journey is going to be different. And so giving you options and ideas about how that might work for you to get started is so important. And honoring that within yourself, not getting frustrated like, oh, I can't sit still and breathe, but maybe if I go on a walk and I just focus on my feet, that's how I can have more mindfulness. And it's almost like a muscle. As you start working it out, it can be hard at first, and then as you do it more often, it's easier to have those things come about, and it's easier and things start to flow a little bit better because you're getting stronger using that muscle. Having that being said, I have some mindfulness tools linked here, and I will add them so that you can choose and see which ones work for you. And of course, this is just the beginning to explore and to see what feels right for you. The one thing that I would suggest is before starting any mindfulness activity, I would have your new journal and a pen to be able to take notes about what you experienced, or maybe if you're having a hard time, giving yourself the space to just write whatever's in your mind, whatever's in your heart, and then give yourself the space to be able to be still, do your mindfulness activity. Or even after your mindfulness activity, if you were able to feel anything or experience anything or have any insight, Having your pen and paper right on hand is so important to be able to do so. The next few steps in which this would help out with stepping into your spiritual gifts is giving yourself compassion and grace as you test out these different mindfulness techniques of being able to learn to quiet your mind so you can listen to your spirit. I'm excited for you to experience this and to continue learning more about strengthening your spiritual gifts.